Hey, what's poppin' everybody? My name is Chimichungus28 and welcome back to yet another gaming video, where today I wanted to talk about future updates for Minecraft Bedrock. Now, as we know, the next big update is going to be a Nether update. However, I think I can say with some certainty that the next big update after that will be a Cave update. So based off of the fact that on the Minecraft Suggestions webpage, it is literally the most upvoted suggestion that Mojang keeps asking you to, if you have suggestions, they ask you to put it on this page. It's got something crazy like 11,000 upvotes the last time I looked. So the community really wants a Cave update. And if you want one, I would actually recommend going onto that site, registering, and actually voting for a Cave update. That would be really cool. Anyway, moving on from that, we're going to be talking about 5 features that I would like to see personally in a Cave update. Now, I feel like I should say none of these are confirmed. There's not even confirmed that there's going to be a Cave update. These are just my opinions. So if you guys agree with them, let me know down in the comment section. And real quickly, before we get into this video, I just want to say only a very small percentage of people that actually watch this channel are actually subscribed. So if you guys want to do me a favor, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. It helps me out a lot and it's free. So if you guys could do that for me, that would be great. But anyway, I guess let's go ahead and hop into this list. Starting with number 1. Now, this suggestion I call Boss Caves. I don't know what it would be called in the final product, but I think Boss Caves is a pretty good name. Now, these are caves that you can find out in the world or something while you're caving or spelunking or just really exploring your Minecraft world that you would find, and they would have some kind of identifier mark, so that way you could see what type of cave it is, if it is a special cave. Like for this one for example, we can see it's got slime blocks everywhere, so this would be a slime boss cave. So we walk in, and we can see that more and more slime spawns as we go down, and there would be a final chamber in the bottom here with slimes. Now I think that this is a really interesting way to mark out maybe a slime chunk even, or possibly a really cool way to introduce slime spawners or creeper spawners just without having them in a dungeon format. So this would be a really cool way to do that, and a really interesting way maybe even to introduce spawners in more ways into the world. So that's my first suggestion. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comment section down below. Moving on now to number 2, and I think we can all agree that dungeons desperately need an update. They've been really the same for the past, I don't know, how long has it been? 9 years? I don't know, I don't really remember when they were added, but, you know, it's the same thing. You come in, you see the spawner, you put torches on it, you either check your chest, you get really bad, useless loot, or you get some pretty good loot from it. It really depends on the dungeon that you go to. And you might get a skeleton or a zombie spawner. Now, these can be really useful for early game, and I'm not discrediting the fact that they're very useful. However, they're really boring. In fact, if you find them, the only thing you're going to think of is some kind of a farm, a skeleton farm or some farm. You know, there's not really anything else to do with these. However, in my updated version of them, I think it would be a really cool way to update them, and they still keep their usefulness as farms. However, they're just a little bit more interesting, a little bit more challenging. One thing that's really interesting about these, as we can see, is that they don't actually really start spawning mobs until we get into this entrance right here, which is a really cool thing that was actually unintentional that I just realized a couple minutes ago. But I think that this is a really cool design. So you have your same basic setup where you have chests and stuff, 2 treasure rooms this time, but you have a actually smaller room to work with when it comes for mob spawning. And I think that it's just really cool. I think it looks a lot better than just a cobblestone box. I just think that they need a bit of an upgrade, and I think this is a good way of doing it. Of course, if Mojang does decide to do this, it's going to look different, because Mojang tends to do a little bit more basic stuff so that way you can improve upon it and different things like that. So I think that this is just kind of my take on what it would look like, but, you know, just, again, let me know what you guys think of this down in the comment section down below. I personally think it's fantastic, but you guys may not, so go ahead and let me know. Moving on now to number 3. Now, as we know, mine shafts are a huge part of mining, and really they've been the same for a very long time. So here's my question, how can we improve them? Well, this is what I think we could do to improve them, by adding more rooms. I actually really like the way they're set up with these kind of things here. I think that that works fantastic, and they're always fun to find no matter how old they are. But I think that we could add a few new rooms, like this one here, which is the barracks here. This is where the miners would have slept while digging out the room and stuff. I think this is a really cool thing. You could maybe have some barrels with some food up here and all that kind of cool stuff. I think that that would be just the coolest thing in the world to be able to come and find these, and it adds a little bit of lore to the game when you think about it. Now this is another room here. This would be the supply room, where maybe you could find some, you know, stone, maybe a pickaxe. I tried to do some armor stand modeling and it didn't really work that well. So, but anyway, so I think that this would be a really, really cool thing to have inside of a mineshaft, and, I mean, I would still keep this room here. I know a lot of the rooms that I've been showing so far have been, you know, kind of bigger in size and have different supports, but I personally think that you could keep these in a mineshaft, because I think it works really, really well. Now, I think that you could have one of these as well. This would be a much rarer room, but this would be the ore storage room, or treasure room, or whatever really you wanted to call it. I don't know what you would call this, but I think that this is a really cool thing. So, like, you could maybe even find diamonds as a result if you really wanted to, or if you could find this room, which is incredibly rare, I think, you could maybe even find some diamond ore, which would be really, really cool. Instead of finding them in a chest, you have a chance to use fortune on them and all that other kind of stuff. You can find redstone, gold, coal, iron, of course. Just pretty much any of the ores you could find, any of the ores in the game you could find, except maybe nether ores. And another thing that I didn't build that I think would be really cool, a really cool update to strongholds, are nether, or not strongholds, excuse me, but mineshafts, nether mineshafts. I think that that would be a cool thing to have, and, you know, so that way you, playing along with the nether update, you could maybe find more ancient debris in them. So I think that this is a really cool update to mineshafts as a whole. But again, like with all the other ones, let me know what you guys think of it down in the comment section down below. I'm really eager to hear what you guys have to say about some of these, so go ahead and let me know down in the comment section down below. Okay, now moving on to number 4 and 5. Now that actually concludes all of our world changes that I think would be really cool in the cave update. These are just kind of some smaller things that I think would really, really help out Minecraft in a lot of different ways, starting with number 4. And I'm not going to show you what's over here. Oh, you want to look? Oh, no, you can't look yet. We're on number 4 right now. I think it would be really cool because there was a feature added where you can mix potions, and I think this is a really cool underused feature. Where I think you could make the potion of haste if you mixed potions of swiftness and strength. I think this would be a absolutely crazy feature to do. I mean, you know, you think about it, the only way to get haste as an effect in the survival mode of Minecraft is literally to make a beacon. Do you guys know how expensive it is to make a beacon? You can get almost all of the other effects from, actually, now with the Potion of the Turtle Master, you can get every other single effect from a beacon except for haste. So I think that this would be a really, really helpful early game potion for when you're digging out early game perimeters and things like that. I think that this would be awesome to have. Anyway, so let's go ahead and move, and by the way, also let me know what you guys think. Just for all of these, let me know what you guys think down in the, I've said it a million times already. Just let me know what you guys think of all of these suggestions down in the comment section down below. And moving on to our final one, stalagmites, and I don't remember how to say the other word, but you guys get the point. These are the things that we learned about in school that nobody actually really remembers, but they're basically hanging rocks from ceilings and rocks protruding from the floor. I think this would make cave generation a really, really cool thing, and it wouldn't be like fences and stuff like this here, like walls that we have. I think that this would be a really cool actual block that you could have. They could have a ton of different purposes when it comes to like decorating and stuff. And I think that since we've seen things like the warped roots in the 1.16 Nether update snapshots, I think that, you know, things that hang from the ceiling, I think that this could be really actually something that we see quite likely in a cave update. Anyway, folks, that is going to do it for me. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video. If you guys want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. And just before I go, once again, it takes a ton of effort to make these videos, especially these videos where I show off features like this, because it takes me forever to build these things. But if you guys want to see more content like this, please subscribe, because as I said earlier, only a very small percentage are actually subscribed. It would mean so much to me and be a huge favor to me. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for me, and I will see you guys in the next gaming video. Goodbye, everybody.